Hello students, welcome to the session of Environment Science. I am Dr. Prerna, Assistant Professor at AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. In today's session, we will see about the aquatic ecosystem. Before starting with this session, let's have a quick recap about what is ecosystem. In our previous session, we have gone through about the ecosystem, which comprises of biotic and abiotic components. In that, living and non-living components of the environment, they work together and create an ecosystem. There are different types of ecosystem that we have seen in our previous session. Out of that, today we will see aquatic ecosystem. The learning objective of our know about the aquatic ecosystem, learn the types of aquatic ecosystem, and understand the fresh water ecosystem. Today, we will dive deep into the fascinating world of aquatic ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem is a body of water where plant, animals and other living organisms live together in a close relationship with their environment. This ecosystem can be found in both freshwater and saltwater ecosystem. There are two main types of aquatic ecosystem. The first one is marine ecosystem and the second one is freshwater ecosystem. Marine ecosystem, these are saltwater ecosystem that cover about 71% of Earth's surface. They include oceans, estuaries, and coral reef. Marine ecosystems are home to a wide variety of plants and animals, including fish, whales, dolphins, sharks, and sea turtles. Freshwater ecosystem, these are freshwater, that is that ecosystem which covered 3% of Earth's surface. They include rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, and wetland. Freshwater ecosystems are the home of various types of plants, fish, amphibians, reptiles, and birds. Now in this session, we will mostly cover freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystem cover a small percentage of Earth's surface, but they are very vital to the health of our planet. They provide us drinking water, regulate climate, and support a vast array of biodiversity. In this session, we will explore the different types of freshwater ecosystem, the organisms that they call as a home, and the importance of protecting this irreplaceable habitat. Freshwater ecosystem can be broadly categorized into two main types, lentic and lotic. Lentic is also called as standing water. Lotic is also called as flowing water. Now let's see what is lentic ecosystem. Lentic ecosystem, also known as standing water ecosystem, which includes lakes and ponds. This vary in size, depth, and water flow. Lakes are larger and deeper bodies of water that exhibit thermal stratification with distinct zone based on light penetration. The littoral zone is the shallow, well-lit area near the shore. The limnatic zone is the open water zone where sunlight penetrates. The profoundal zone is the deep dark zone where sunlight does not reach. Ponds are smaller and shallower with well mixed water. Next is low-tech flowing water. Low-tech ecosystem is also known as flowing water ecosystem. It includes rivers and streams. They are characterized by constant water movement which shape the physical and biological characteristics of ecosystem. The size, flow rate and gradients of river or stream all are playing important role in this flowing water. There are different types of organisms also available that can thrive there in the flowing water. In addition to lentic and low-tech ecosystem, wetlands are another important type of freshwater ecosystem. Wetlands are traditional areas where land and water meet. They are characterized by soil that are saturated with water for extended period of time. Wetland can be found along the margin of lakes and rivers, as well as in isolated areas such as marsh, swamps, bogs. Wetland provide critical habitat for a unique varieties of plants and animals. They are adapted to survive in these wet conditions. They play a vital role in water purification, flood control, and shoreline stabilization. Wetlands are often referred to as the kidney of the landscape because they help for the purification of polluted water. Now we have seen how the wetland is different from low-tech and lentic. That is, it's a third type of ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem. It has a traditional area between land and water, saturated soil for extended period, and it supports a unique varieties of plants and animals. Now let's see the life in freshwater ecosystem. Like all other ecosystem, the freshwater ecosystem also comprises of producers, consumers and decomposers. Producers includes phytoplankton, that is algae, microphytes, that is water lilies and reeds. Consumers include zooplankton, that is microscopic animals, varieties of fish depending upon the habitat, amphibians, that is frogs and toads, insects, that is mayflies or dragonflies, birds that include duck, geese, and decomposers are bacteria and fungi. Now we'll see in detail about the phytoplankton and microphytes. The producers are the engine of the ecosystem. Phytoplanktons are the microscopic algae that drift freely in the water, forming the base of the food web. They are responsible for a significant proportion of oxygen production in freshwater ecosystem through photosynthesis. Next are microphytes, larger aquatic plants like water lilies, reeds, etc. They provide food and shelter for various organisms and oxygenate the water. Consumers, they are the diverse kingdom of the life, which includes different components. First one is the zooplankton. Zooplanktons are tiny animals that feed on phytoplanktons and other organic matters. They are a crucial link in the food web, transferring energy from producers to the higher level consumers. Next is fish, a diverse group of vertebrates adapted to the life in fresh water. They come in various shapes, size and feeding strategies, playing vital role in ecosystem. Example, trouts, cold water adapted, bass, predators, catfish, bottom feeders, and etc. Amphibians. Amphibians are the creatures that spend part of their lives in water and some part on land. Examples, frogs, excellent jumpers, toads, rough skin and adapted for dry environment. Insects, abundant and diverse in freshwater ecosystem, playing role as herbivore and also decomposers. Example, mayflies and dragonflies. Birds, which includes as an consumers in the freshwater ecosystem, are the available for food and habitat, such as duck, geese, kingfishers, etc. Decomposers, the recycling crew. Bacteria and fungi, they break down dead organic matter, releasing nutrients back into the ecosystem for producers to use. They are essential for continued functioning of this food web. Now let's have a look of ecological importance of freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystem provides habitat provision, it provides food sources, it helps in water purification, it helps in food control, and also in climatic regulations. Now let's have a look one by one. Freshwater ecosystem play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. They provide vital habitat for a diverse range of plants and animals, many of which are found nowhere else on the earth. These ecosystems are also a source of food for a human, with fisheries depend on the health population of fish and other aquatic organisms. Freshwater ecosystem also act as a natural filters, purifying water by removing pollutant and sediments. They play a vital role in flood control by absorbing and regulating excess water during heavy rains. Additionally, freshwater ecosystem influence local and regional climate pattern by regulating water, temperature, and humidity. Now let's have a look on the threats to the freshwater ecosystem. Pollutant or pollution. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and sewage can contaminate water and harm aquatic life. Next is habitat destruction. Dams, deforestations, and urbanization can disrupt natural flow pattern and destroy critical habitats. Overfishing. Unsustainable fishing practices can deplete fish population and disrupt the food web. Climate change. Rising water temperature, change in precipitation pattern, and ocean acidification can harm freshwater ecosystem. As an individual, we have to think for a bright future for the conservation of freshwater ecosystem. As an individual, what actions can we take? Surely, we can reduce water consumption at home, dispose of waste properly to avoid pollution, support sustainable seafood choice, and volunteer for river cleanup and restoration project. Some policies and advocacies can be adopted by the government, such as support regulations that protect freshwater ecosystem, advocate for sustainable water management practices, and raise awareness about the importance of freshwater conservation. Let's recap for today's session. For today's session, the learning objective was to know about aquatic ecosystem, learn the types of aquatic ecosystem, and understand the freshwater ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem is a body of water where plants, animals, and other living organisms live together in a close relationship with their environment. The aquatic ecosystem comprises of two main types: fresh water and salt water. The aquatic ecosystem, where the fresh water is only covers 3% of the earth's surface, and which includes lakes, ponds, streams, river and wetland. Freshwater ecosystem are home of varieties of plants and animals, including fish, amphibians, reptiles and birds. On the other side, marine ecosystem, which is a saltwater ecosystem that covers about 71% of Earth's surface, which includes ocean, estuaries and coral reefs. Marine ecosystems are a home of a wide varieties of plants and animals, which includes whales, dolphin, sharks and sea turtle. In today's session, we have seen again in freshwater ecosystem there are two types mainly categorized as lentic, that is standing water, and lotic, that is flowing water. Lentic, that is standing water ecosystem, it includes lakes and ponds, which comprises and which varies in different size, depth and water flow. Lakes are larger and deeper bodies, while ponds are smaller and shallower bodies. Lotic water ecosystem, that is flowing water ecosystem, which includes rivers and streams. These are characterized by constant water movement, which shapes the physical and biological characteristics of this ecosystem. The size, flow rate and gradient of a river and stream all play an important role in the type of organism that can thrive there. Another type of freshwater ecosystem includes wetland, which is a third type of freshwater ecosystem, which has a traditional area between the land and water. The saturated soil for extended period of time, and it supports a varieties of unique plants and animals. They play an important role, and hence it is also called as kidney of the landscape because it helps in filtration of polluted water. The life which includes in the freshwater ecosystems as producers, which includes photoplanktons and microphytes. The next one is composers, that is zooplanktons, fish, amphibians, insects and birds. And the last one in the web, food web, are the decomposers, bacteria and fungi. There are various benefits that we get from freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystem provides habitat to various plants and animals. It provides food sources in terms of fish and other aquatic life. It helps in water purification that clear and filter the pollutants from the water. It helps in flood control and also helps in climatic regulations. There are various threats to the freshwater ecosystem such as pollution, habitat destructions, overfishing and climate change. And to overcome this, we have to take certain conservation steps towards it. We can at least reduce the wastage of water consumption at home. We can dispose the waste properly to avoid pollution. And as an individual, we can take initiative as a volunteer for river cleanup and restoration project. Apart from this, we can also start supporting various regulations that can protect freshwater ecosystem, sustainable water management practices, and we can create awareness about the importance of freshwater ecosystem. Thank you.